So yes, today it is my birthday. Today I turn 24 and I'm spending it high up in the mountains, nearly 4,000 meters above sea level in a place called Spiti Valley, India. And for the past few birthdays, I've made it a tradition to wake up early, go watch the sunrise, and take a dip in the ocean. Obviously, I am very, very far away from the ocean, but it is about 5:20 in the morning, and yesterday a kind monk named Tenzin gave me a recommendations for a sunrise spot somewhere over here. Since being here, though, I haven't actually left the monastery, and so I don't really know how to get there, but we will figure it out along the way. After that, I'll come back and I think I'll be doing some chanting with the monks, some meditation maybe, and I'll kind of show you around the monastery, my toilet situation, my where I sleep, the food maybe, show you a bunch of different things. I'll be exploring today, I think. And yeah, but for now, join me for a hike. You can just hear the sounds of birds, and you can see the sun is starting to rise. Whew, beautiful. Okay, I think I made it to the spot. Maybe I'll shift as the sun moves around. But yeah, walking through, it's called Key Gompa, and it is beautiful as you can see. And of course, early in the morning, it is very peaceful. Only really dogs, birds, the cows are awake, but very few people. I can hear some voices now, but yeah, very, very nice. And yeah, Gompa, Key Gompa is the name, and Gompa means a meditation place in Tibetan. And as you can see, the sun is starting to come up. Beautiful how it's highlighted at the top of the mountains here. But yeah, we'll wait until it rises more. As you can hear, a bell is going off right now. And I actually think the sun, that's all we're gonna get. I think it's cloudy today, so but still very beautiful. And it kind of takes your breath away. Not just the beauty, but the altitude also. Okay, we're now having a nice blue sky. Still a little cloudy over here, but so beautiful the way the light comes in. And for reference, I stay right up here. So this is where the main kind of temple is. This is where I sleep. So I've just walked down a little bit and made it to a very, very beautiful shrine. Maybe you can hear some monks in the background chanting. And we have also some prayer wheels along the whole circumference of this place. Wow, what a peaceful and beautiful place. Okay, so now we are back, and I'd like to explain the beautiful string of events on how I even got to be here. So I've been solo backpacking for around 15 months, and that has meant I've been away from family, from home, from friends for 2 birthdays now. And yeah, it has been an absolutely incredible and beautiful journey. I am forever grateful for the life that I get to live and to be supported with so much love and kindness. Travel has really opened me up and continues to be such a massive gift. The things I've been able to experience, the connections I've been able to make, and yeah, just the things I've been able to see and feel has truly, truly changed my life in so many ways. It can be difficult to explain the heartfelt changes and evolution that one experiences and goes through when they're on their personal journey. However, I have been able to see that so many small little dots have to connect for me to be where I am right now. So many perfect things have to occur for me to be where I am right now. And so I've really been able to see that we are always exactly where we need to be. We are always meeting the people that we're meant to. We're always in the places that we're meant to. And yeah, I'm really grateful to all of those who have supported me through this journey, and also to all the amazing places in the world that have held me through different stages of my life. Now, it has been a dream of mine for quite some time to have this experience of staying with monks. before I even left to travel, I actually considered becoming a monk myself. And I'm actually in a backpackers group chat where people, you know, give recommendations, things like that. And it was here that I heard of Spiti Valley and that you could have this experience of staying at a monastery. It was here that I heard about it the first time. And the moment I heard about it, my kind of intuition and heart lit up. My curiosity was awakened. And since then, I've met many people who also recommended it to me. And I really believe that the universe communicates with us through the people that we meet, through conversation, through our environment. And so, yeah, I think it's good to follow them, whatever gets recommended to you. I think I met people, many people in Manali. So I met, yeah, multiple friends that recommended it to me. People I volunteered recommended it to me. I met a Japanese couple who came to the hostel, they recommended it to me. And then I met a lady in Kaza and she also recommended it. So for me, it was a no-brainer. It was like, for sure, I'd love to have this experience. And yeah, here I am. After spending 1 month in the magnificent Manali and completely falling in love with it, I knew that my birthday was coming up and I wanted to spend it in Spiti Valley and to have this experience staying with monks. And so I hopped on a public bus. 11 hours later, I arrived here and was blown away along the whole journey by the different landscapes and the beauty and the nature, like incredible. And I actually met like a friendly local was talking to me and explaining different things about the route that we were on, different places. And I've actually been traveling without a SIM card for quite some time. And so just I'm using offline maps, which at times can be limited. But he got off and I checked my maps and I was about 2.5 kilometers from my destination, but still very far from the main city, Kaza. But my intuition was to get out and walk, so that's exactly what I did. And I found myself where the bus dropped us off was a small little village called Rangarik. By walking, I was really able to connect with the environment, and I think it's such a special thing about travel that you get to see whole new environments and nature. And yeah, I continued to walk until I arrived to my accommodation. The hosts were great, and I really felt like I was in Star Wars, just the way the kind of topography was. And so before coming here, I've never hitchhiked, but that's the main way that you get around. And I know it's something that I wanted to try for quite some time because I think it's a special experience to have when you travel. You get to connect with people and things like that. But being my first time, I was a little bit scared and anxious, but the first people that gave me a ride were incredible. So friendly, so happy, and it was a really joyful experience. So yeah, I left the accommodation and made my way to Key Monastery. And yeah, after the newfound confidence I have with hitchhiking, there was a tractor going by, so I flagged him down and he kindly gave me a ride. And yeah, it was like a bumpy ride, you know, but again, a really cool experience just to be in the open and yeah, just a really cool experience. And we kept driving and we kind of parted ways. And I keep walking up the hill, and I was just kind of waiting for another ride. And eventually, one came. It was a truck, and I jumped in the back, and I was kind of sitting next to like this wooden bed frame. And so I had Alan Watts in my earphones, and it was just another really awesome experience while I was appreciating the kindness of people and just enjoying the views. As we drove around the windy road going up, I actually could see Key Monastery for the first time closely. And the truck was actually going somewhere else, like they drove past, so I signaled to get out. Again, we parted ways, I said my thank you. And the place where I kind of got out, again, shocked me with beauty. This place is really, really special. And yeah, I continued on walking through and I entered the Gompa's kind of front entrance. And on my way up, I connected with a super nice local Indian guy, and he told me to speak to one of the lamas about staying here. So I came on through and waited to find one of the monks, and they kindly showed me to my accommodation, like where I'll be sleeping. So I enjoyed the beautiful, breathtaking views as you can see behind me, and I actually enjoyed my first meal with the monks. It was tupka. It's the first time I've ever eaten it actually, and it was a surreal moment for me to be eating and be like with and surrounded by monks. How incredible. So I've been here 2 days, 2 nights. And yeah, the first night, actually both days I've been here, saw incredible sunsets. And the first night, also incredibly clear stars, incredibly clear night, and I could see the stars, and this brings me such a nice feeling. When I see the first star in the sky, it reminds me of my family, and yeah, it brings me a good warm feeling. And even though I'm very far away from them, I'm still connected. The only thing that separates us is distance. And yeah, I think it is incredible how all of this came, how I'm here right now, all came from little seeds that were planted from conversations that I had with people and connected with along my journey. I think the magic lies in life in the simple things. I woke up yesterday at around 6 a.m. Yeah, and very peaceful, super peaceful at this time, like super quiet and nice. But I actually felt very sick. I think maybe altitude sickness, because like I said earlier, I'm nearly 4,000 meters above sea level, and I just did not feel good. So I was kind of out of balance, you know, and I took time to rest. But yeah, now here we are. It's my birthday, and I don't know what the day will be. I don't know where the day will take us, but like I said earlier, I think in the morning now we're going to go do some chanting and see what happens. Okay, that indeed was an interesting experience. There was also like a big group. I think one guy spoke to me, they were from Ladakh maybe, and so they were a big group of people that came, and we all kind of went into the hall together, and the monks were chanting, and they had breakfast. And if you stay here, you can also have breakfast with them. I don't drink milk, and the breakfast had milk inside, so I didn't have it. I've got myself some oats, which I'm going to enjoy with a wonderful view. Okay, now I will show you the accommodation kind of thing, like where I stay. I'll show you the toilet, the shower situation, all of that good stuff. And I mean, you can just sit out here and just stare at the beauty. But yeah, let's continue. So this is my room. This is where I sleep. Got my bed here, table, locker, and a view. So I think usually they're shared accommodations. I think there's 2 beds, right? But I am the only guest that is staying here right now, so I have my own place, which is nice. And continue on through. So this is the shower situation. Yeah, obviously classic bucket method. Fill a bucket up, clean yourself. All good. And this is the toilet. Hole in the floor. Also, I did mention, but the cost to stay here is 500 rupees, and that includes your stay, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I've just finished my breakfast, and as you can hear in the background, how fascinating. I think it's the first time I've heard that. I guess they're doing some kind of disciplinary type thing. I'm not sure, but interesting to see. They look like younger monks. Okay, I have just had a shower. The water was cold, but not freezing cold. It was like, yeah, refreshing and nice. But usually when you have the bucket method, like you have a smaller bucket that you can use to clean yourself. This wasn't there, so I kind of filled the bucket up and just threw it over me and washed. Yeah, but I think when you travel, it's a good trait to be adaptable, because it opens you up to a lot of experiences. Maybe if you came here and you didn't like the toilet situation or the shower, you'd walk away and miss out on a certain experience. But everyone has different preferences and different kind of things that what their comfort is, you know? So, yeah. And I didn't actually mention it this morning, but when I was walking from the sunrise, like back up to the Gompa, I think I did mention that there was a lot of chanting going on, which in itself is very special for me to hear. Very, 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 very cool. But as I was walking up, yeah, it was early morning, so it was cold, right? And some of the monks had these big like robes on, and I walked past closely and I could see them chanting from their books. And again, when I went in this morning for the chanting, like in the big hall, again, people had their scripture books, or like some, scriptures, and they were chanting from that, and looked so cool. Obviously, I didn't take photos like of the monks this morning, because I don't want to go wave a camera in their face when they're doing a practice, you know. And in the main hall, there's no photography allowed. I'm actually now going to head to the meditation hall. I've not been there at all yet. So I will see what that's like. Again, it says no photography. So I think I can't film inside, but maybe I can film myself. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so the last clip was of me in the meditation room. And yeah, just exploring that temple for the first time was again a super interesting experience. Many different rooms, all dedicated to kind of different, well, I'd say, some were dedicated to Buddha and different Tibetan gods. There were pictures of Dalai Lama and things like that. So the Tibetan gods, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. I don't have a great knowledge about this, but it's very interesting just to be immersed and just to be there and to feel. And yeah, in the meditation room, I was just kind of, like appreciating my life, counting all the things that I'm grateful for in a sense. The sun has come out. And yeah, reflecting on my past, my present, how I'm here right now, and all the goodness in my life, and how much I'm provided for. And even I had earphones in, and I was listening to a speech by Ram Dass, which was very nice. And yeah, a nice, good experience. After that, I went to sleep, had a nap, and I woke up and feeling not good again. So possibly it is the altitude again. I'm not really sure. If my stomach gets better, then I will walk around the monastery and show you guys what it's like around here. So I've been just in bed listening to a podcast, feeling not great. And sometimes it happens, You can think to yourself, oh, it's my birthday, why? But this is life. It happens. And I trust that it's happening for a reason. I'm still where I'm meant to be. And yeah, just been lying in bed, like I said, curled up. I put a photo. Yeah, not looking or feeling so good. But now we're outside. The sun has gone down. As in, the intensity of heat is not on me right now. So, all good. Can chill out here, enjoy the wind and the views. One of the monks, he said that Spiti Valley in general is less popular with tourism. And so this monastery maybe also will be less popular with people staying here. I've been here 3 days. This is my third day. Is it? No, this is my second day. And yeah, I've been the only one here. So, and there's only been like 2 monks that I've actually had full conversations with. But they are speaking Tibetan, the language of Spiti, and Hindi. So if you can speak any one of these, I think you'll have a different kind of experience. And obviously, like I could go out and speak to more people and things like that. But yeah, only 2 kind of younger monks I've spoken to. Just now, one guy came and he'll be staying tomorrow, but he's the only person I've seen. I mean, there's obviously tourists that are coming to see the monastery, but nobody stays. It's just been me, which is a cool experience to be the only one staying in a monastery high up in the mountains, just me and monks. Yeah. But obviously, like I said, I'm traveling without a SIM card, which means no data, no Wi-Fi. And so I like to travel with certain things like a journal, drawing, a book or Kindle, and I'm learning to play the harmonica. So I've got things to occupy me. I've actually just been drawing. Not finished yet, but yeah, it's nice to develop some skills and do things that are creative and things that you enjoy, I think, while you travel. So I'll show you actually the monastery, like down here. So as you can see, the structures are kind of scattered. Like it's all these houses built everywhere. And as you walk into the Gompa, you'll see a sign. And from what I understand from this message is that the structures are this way because this Gompa has undergone a lot of kind of destruction, whether that be through fires or raids, things like that. And so I can't remember the way that they worded it, but kind of like mismatched. Not mismatched, but just planted everywhere. To me, it looks very beautiful and unique, but from what I understand, that is the reason why. And then this right here is the main kind of hall, I think. So this is where I was this morning for the chanting and where the monks would eat breakfast. And this is the entrance or exit. And this corner right here, that's the entrance to the main kind of temple where you have all the different rooms full of shrines and things like that. and the meditation hall. And here, this building right here, again, another small temple, and that is a massive prayer wheel inside, again, with different sculptures and idols around. And yeah, all of them you can't record or take photos inside, but you can see how beautiful it is. So I was just about to walk around the Gompa and kind of show you guys the area, and as I walked down, there was one monk called Rabki, and I think he's the one that takes care of, you know, the accommodation and things like that. And the conversation, he asked about like if I'm leaving tomorrow and things like that, and I paid. And then I asked him, I said, would I be able to ask you a favor? And he said, yes, of course. I said, today is my birthday. And before I was able to continue, he said, oh, it's your birthday, come with me. He took me into the main kind of temple area where I was this morning with the monks. And he did this incredible thing with his voice. I don't know, it was like a deep, I can't replicate it, but so amazing. And he took the scarf and he walked around kind of the inside the temple around the different idols and gods, and he was doing a chant or a wish for me. Yeah, like a birthday, not birthday wish, but good wishes, things like that. So amazing, so kind. And then he put it around my neck, and as you can see, it's got this different kind of Buddhist. So beautiful, the scarf. Such a nice gift. Such a nice experience to be given a blessing from a monk here in my stay in Key Monastery. Very, very, very beautiful experience. I'm very grateful. And after all of that, I said, yeah, is it possible that I said, it's my birthday, is it possible? I'd like to speak to my family, would I be able to borrow a hotspot? He said, yeah, sure, of course. Let me hotspot. I phoned my family group chat. My mum picked up in work, and so lovely to speak to her when I've been feeling, you know, like ill. And as I said, like, it's just me here. It's just me alone, which is a special experience in and of itself. But of course, I like people. I like to speak to people. But I think, yeah, I'm like I said, I'm having the experience that I meant to. So I value time alone. I value time with others. But when I was feeling like, oh, you know, unwell, I was like, oh, I just like it'd be nice to speak to my family. So it was really, really beautiful to be able to do that. And then after that, I sat down and spoke with the monk, and had such a beautiful conversation. We were talking about different Buddhist topics. He was teaching me about different things about the Dalai Lama and how he went to Ladakh to find reincarnation and things like this. A person who's meant to be reincarnated and things like that. And such an interesting guy, very knowledgeable, really good English also. And like I said, I'm so happy for this. It'll be so unexpected and so nice, so warm. Yeah, for him to make like a big deal of the birthday. I mean, it's like yeah, it is a special day. I was born this day 24 years ago. It's special. And so it's nice that I've been gifted such a special experience, not just with the blessing, but also the experience here. And he actually taught me many things about the Gompa. So what I was explaining earlier about the things down here and the structure of how the houses are built, I said it was because of the destruction that have been caused here, like the earthquake and things like that. But he said it's just because it's a mountain, that's why they're built like this. And so monks here, the tradition is, if a family has a second boy, it is tradition for them to become a monk. And I think he said at the age of 13, they kind of have the choice of if they want to remain in this life or move on with something different in life. And he also said down this side, so where I see all the children playing, I think this is where the government school is. So they're also getting, you know, education and things like that outside of Buddhist teachings, I believe. Yeah, so fascinating to talk to him. And he told me that so where the prayer wheel is, the big prayer wheel that I showed you earlier, big one, the meditation hall and the first floor of the main temple. And yeah, these three things came from the 10th century. And there was actually one temple before called Key Monastery. I think maybe it had the same name. And that was in another village called Rangrik. After invasions and things like that in the 14th century, they moved here. And so the upper floor of the temple was built in the 14th century, and the main area where I was this morning with the monks eating breakfast and things like that, that was built in 2000. He also told me that the Dalai Lama came here and yeah, just shared so much information. I don't know if I'm recalling everything correctly, but I had some questions about Buddhist philosophy and things like that, which he answered, and it was very interesting. Yeah, like I said, to talk to him and to have all this, like, yeah, I think when I was feeling unwell, like this experience has really brought me back up. Speaking to him, speaking to my mother, and being held with so much warmth and love. Yeah, very, very cool experience. So tomorrow I'll actually be leaving. I think the maximum you can stay here is 3 days. And so I'll show you the monastery around tomorrow morning. Like I'll walk around and show you the area. And I believe the sun is going to set, so when it does, I will also show you that. Okay, there was not really like a proper sunset. It was still very beautiful as the sun goes down and it gets dark and now the stars are out. But yeah, at night time, like it's very quiet. Most of the monks go down to their residencies, like down here. So sometimes it's just been me up here alone. But actually one other guest has come, and so I've been speaking to him out on the kind of balcony area, and yeah, super nice other guest that's come. We're really connected and talked about many interesting things. So yeah, maybe even I'll be able to lend also more hotspot so I can speak to my dad and maybe my sister. But yeah, if it's a clear night, I'm gonna throw a photo up of the stars. It has been, yeah, an amazing day. Like I said, towards the end of the day, filled with so much gratitude and love, and really like, yeah, so grateful for this life. And this also, such a special gift. Thank you. And I listened to some voice messages and messages from my family. Haven't listened to everything yet, but such nice messages. I'm very grateful to be, like I said earlier, surrounded with so much love and have so many good people in my life. So thank you to all of my family and friends back at home. I love you all very, very much. We are here, another day in paradise. I woke up feeling very good. Not physically, I had to go to the toilet. Yeah, my stomach is still meh. But mentally, spiritually, whatever you want to say, I was feeling good. Yeah, feeling happy. And yeah, the gratitude is here. And spent last night, we were looking at the stars, very clear night. The first time I've ever properly seen a galaxy. Been able to look and see the galaxy, I think. It was incredible, so clear, so many stars, so amazing. And me and the guest, we were kind of just talking, having nice conversations about Hindu mythology and different things like that. And yeah, a really nice end to a beautiful day. A nice end to my birthday. And now, yeah, I'll actually be leaving the monastery today, but I will show you guys around. And I forgot to mention yesterday, but the monk that I was speaking to, he was explaining two things to me. So there's one encased lantern, not lantern, they're like flames from candles type thing, something like this, right? And he was explaining, yeah, this is to illuminate ignorance and darkness and things like that along them lines. And then they also every day, and these candles burn all the time, night, day, all the time. I always see them burning. And then he explained also there's this smoke that they burn every day, and this is so he explained that there's different realms. And in the ghost realm, they're not able to eat or drink, and so the scent of this smoke kind of fulfills them. And so yeah, I'm learning a lot here, learning so much. And he also told me, yeah, there's no women monks that stay here, but there's different monasteries kind of around which, yeah, houses women monks, yes. So yeah, I think I'll show you around and then probably make my way to Kibbo. So this is the entrance, so exit. There's multiple buildings around here. Director's residence, and they're doing some work, some maintenance or something. But as you can see, like the buildings are beautiful, the backdrop is beautiful. It's all very nice. I didn't know, but they also have a gift shop. It was a really nice gift shop, and the prices were like, in comparison to other places I've seen, so good. Yeah, definitely if you're here, check that place out. As you can see, walking down here, I think I'll be able to show you the school and kind of just around the area. But most of the area really is the main Gompa and where the residents live. So as you're walking down, that is the exit. That's kind of the way that you leave. The toilet's over here. There's a cafe, and I think also serves as the hotel. And then as we walk around, we'll be coming up to the school, and as you can see, the views are absolutely beautiful. So that right there is the school, I believe. Always I'm seeing kids from where I stay up top. A library. And yeah, again, spectacular views. I've kept walking through, and it seems here there is an audit by Ministry of Tribal Artifacts. I'm not sure what's in there. I don't think it's for me to go in. But this is the way I came to watch the sunrise yesterday. So up all these stairs. So I was just walking up, and there were a bunch of monks, younger monks, maybe similar to my age, and they were so kind. Actually, I was asking, how do I get up? Because it's kind of like a maze. And they were so nice, asking where am I from, having fun with me. Yeah. Oh man, it really, because my breath, oh, so high. So this is the way we go up. But yeah, that interaction was so nice. I think staying here I've had very few interactions, or much less, like in terms of English speaking. All of them spoke great English. And I think you can, I mean, I before had the kind of put like holy people or monks or things like this on a pedestal. Not on a pedestal, but like look up to them so much. And I think that's not a bad thing. But at the same time, when you actually speak to them, you realise they're also just people and they like to have fun, and they were joking with me and things. So yeah, it's a very, very insightful and beautiful experience for me. All these little doors. So cool. Okay, we're nearly at the top. Okay, we've done a bit of time travelling. I am no longer in Key Monastery. I am actually in the incredible Casa. And yeah, the last thing I recorded was of me kind of walking back up to the monastery. So I'll explain the beautiful events that unfolded after that. So I packed my bags, I was ready to go, and it was actually time for lunch. And so even though my stomach was not good, the food that they served was just rice and chickpeas. So it was like perfect to eat because it was yeah, like good for my stomach. And so I enjoyed that. Me and Pranjal, the other guest that was staying there, we enjoyed the food, and then washed our plates, things like that. And there was this one older monk sitting, and the main crop that grows here, one of the main crops is peas. And so he was there with a huge thing of peas and just cracking them open, you know, getting all the little peas out, ready for dinner later in the evening. And so he called me and Pranjal and said, come to help. And it was, yeah, we were there actually for a few hours, just getting all these peas out, and a few other people joined. It was a nice experience, even to have the thought of like, we're doing this and it'll go for food later, which is, yeah, I think a nice thought. And to have food that's grown freshly and all of that good stuff. And so after that, I asked, so there was two monks that I'd previously spoken to. Lobsang was one of them. And so I recognized him and I asked him, is it possible for me to hitchhike to the next village? I was trying to get to Kibba. That was the rough kind of idea. And he said, I'm going to Kibba anyway, I can give you a lift. And so, yeah, some time went by and ended up going in the car with him, and he had 2 family members and one other monk joined. So there was Lobsang, and the 3 others were all called Tenzin, so easy to remember. Tenzin is a common name here. And they were all so lovely. I'm so grateful that they were even able to give me a lift. And we drove up through, we got to Kibba, and they were going to help me, find an accommodation, things like that. And stopped, had some food. And then they said, we'd like to go to the cricket ground if you'd like to come. So I was like, sure, why not? And the cricket ground was past Kibba. So we drove through the mountains, and it was so incredible to see the different landscapes. Even partly it reminded me of like back home in Wales. And yeah, it was just a really incredible experience. We drove through, I think, the highest land bridge in Asia through Chicham. And one of the girls, she had a homestay recently, had opened a homestay. So I ended up like after the cricket thing, I ended up staying with her in her homestay. And I think it was a reminder, that even though I had the plan to go to Kibba, this beautiful kind of string of events unfolded. And if I was so strict on Kibba, I would have said, no, I don't want to go to the cricket. But I said yes. I was very happy to go along for this ride. And when we arrived to the cricket ground, like, they told me it's one of the most beautiful cricket grounds in the world. And I completely agree. Surrounded by mountains, snow-capped, you could see some snow-capped mountains and just rolling hills around us and lush, like, so nice. There were crops around us and things like that, and we kind of arrived, and yeah, so there was a cricket ground between Chicham and Kibba, and it reminded me of like a sports day because they had commentators, there was like flags, people had tents. It was a really nice feeling. And it was really nice just to kind of have such a local experience, like, and it all started just from asking about a ride. And yeah, to have this experience was like beautiful. And so we left the cricket ground, and Lobsang invited us into his home. And so we sat down and had some tea and had some local treats. And yeah, again, like a beautiful experience that I'm really grateful I was able to have. And yeah, I'm very grateful to Lobsang and all the Tenzins for their kindness and just for taking me around and giving me such a beautiful experience. It really added to a beautiful birthday gift for me. Yeah, to have an experience with monks and local people and all of this, and just such nice people. And yeah, like I said, then after I stayed in Chicham, really nice homestay, very comfortable. Tenzin made me delicious dal and rice, and it was, yeah, like I said, just a good experience. Even I phoned my family, like a family group chat. Tenzin lent me a hotspot, and I phoned my family group chat, and for the first time ever, everybody picked up. All 3, my mum, my dad, my sister. And so that was, again, a really nice thing to be able to experience. And yeah, then after that, woke up and yeah, explored Chicham a little bit, and then beautiful place, very quiet and peaceful. And after that, I hitched 3 rides back to Kaza, and that's where I am now. I've been spending time here, relaxing, chilling out, allow my body to get used to the altitude, and yeah, that is everything. A really amazing birthday experience, and just an experience in general. I'm very grateful to all the people that made it so special and to life, have provided me with such freedom to travel, to have these experiences, to explore my curiosity. And yeah, thank you for all of you guys for watching. I'm grateful that I'm able to share my life and share these experiences. And yeah, a beautiful time and beautiful way to spend my birthday. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Zanzong.